Hi guys, Di from PoshUpCycle. I'm going to do some bedside tables makeover. We're going to be doing some raised stencil, and for the raised stencil, excuse me, I'm going to use this stuff. So it's Gyprock. Everything else is just plasterboard. So it's a multi-purpose joint compound. So it's the stuff that you put on in between the cracks of the plasterboard. So it's got a bit of adhesive in it. But we'll see how we go. It's already mixed. I already had it, so I didn't need to mix anything. I thought I'd just try and use it up. So the bedside tables, I forgot to take a before picture, but I will swing you around and I'll talk you through what's been done on them so far. So here's the carcass. It's all been sanded with 120 grit and it's been washed, and the top has been sanded with 80, 100, 120, 240 and all sanded down, and it's had 1 coat of Feast Watson LIMEWASH and it's been wiped off and it's dried overnight. So that's now ready to have varnish. But we're going to be painting today, so for the undercoat I'm going to go white, and we're going to be using some Dulux Precision, and we're probably going to do 2 or 3 coats on the bedsides on that before we do a top coat. So we'll just get on with the painting. Hi guys, Di from PoshUpCycle. Just going to try some raised stencil and see how we get on. So this has been scuff sanded. 120 grit, and I've picked this stencil out. It's got a bit of frog tape. Try and get this central. So I've left the centre knob hole that was in there. I'll probably put a circle on there now, a circle knob. So what I'm looking at now is the stencil's identical. Obviously split it in half, so I'm trying to get things to line up, and then we know it's sitting identically, so these should line up now. Yep, so it's gone off centre, so move it back on centre, look again, yes, yes, so that is centralised now. I've stuffed up the tape, great. Tape on there if I can. I'd done a bathroom wall and put a bit of Gyprock off, and this is the stuff I have left over. It's Gyprock joining stuff, joining for the where you join together and you put tape up. So this stuff's got a bit of adhesive in it, so I'm just going to try it and see how we get on. Let's see if I can find my scraper. Yes, so here we go. It's already mixed. Fingers crossed. So I haven't done this before, so we'll see how it turns out. Obviously we've got to let it dry, then we've got to go and scrape all the stuff off, and a lot of people have been doing this and had a success, and it just looks great when you see it done. So fingers crossed this is going to look pretty good. So I'm not after a really big raised stencil, I'm just after enough. one to set pretty quick. Right, so what I got now is I had just a cake decorating knife, and I've just put a bit of water on it. I'm just going to try when it's smooth. So I'm just putting water on the knife. Maybe I should have had it thicker, I don't know. Anyway, we shall see. That actually looks okay. The edge. Oh, I quite like that. So that's got about, I don't know, it's got about 3 mil on there. So let's try another one. Hi, we're back again. It's nice and sunny today. So these have dried overnight, and this is the one where I went thin. So I scraped everything off with the cake decorating knife, that long knife, and I wet it and I scraped it all off. And I must say, it's probably the best straw. But when you look at it, you can see sort of here, it's actually gone over a little bit. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a very thin screwdriver, and I'm just going to go back in there and scrape a little bit out and blow it off. And then you get that definition. Same with here. Then you get the definition in there, which will show up when you paint. And what you got to remember is you're going to paint this, so once it's painted, most of the definitions will disappear. So I've got 120 grit sandpaper. There's still plenty to go. You can sand it, you know, just lightly. Sleek brush, just gently take that off. So that's pretty smooth. That's going to paint up well. Just get this little bit here. That little pattern a bit better. That's it. Beautiful. So I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to detail, so I always keep going until I'm happy. So it's a little bit higher there. I'm just going to turn that down a bit. Going to have a look at it from this level. That looks good. So this is the one where I went thin. So I scraped everything off, so it's more or less just got 1 mil, and I think that's actually pretty good. That's probably the best straw where I went the thinnest. And this straw, this is where I try to keep a lot more. So this has got about 2 or 3 mil on it, which you get to the ends here, not very good, but again, I've been round. I've got the little cracks going where they should be. I've defined this again as much as I can, and once we sand it should make it look a lot better. But again, there's a lot more to sand off here. So here we go. think what you'll find is everyone will have their own technique of how they like doing it, and you know, you just got to work with it and find which technique is better for you. But I like the using the cake knife for smoothing out, because it just, you know, you'll get that raised effect, but you won't have too much sticking out, which means it won't get chipped off. And once you get the paint on here, it's sealed. The sleek brush is brilliant. It's nice. It's soft. It's not going to damage anything. I also use the sleek brush for cleaning down furniture, so just as before somebody comes, I use a sleek brush, a clean one. I just go around the furniture, dust off any dust, and it's brilliant on black because black leaves marks, and with this brush it doesn't leave any marks at all. There we go, so quite beautiful. So we'll go and do the other ones.